Hello, good evening students. In today's class, we have discussed the estimation of no load current. In previous class, we have discussed the design of core and types of core. In generally, we are using three types of cores: square core, rectangular core, and stepped core. As per core utilization consideration, stepped cores utilizes more core area as per the table given. In the last comparative table is given. As per that, more core utilization is possible in stepped core. Hence, in recent days, more stepped cores are used. Only drawback of labor charge increases for assembling and transportation, but it is minor. As per the consideration of performance of transformer, stepped cores are better. Okay, today we have to discuss another important parameter which affects the performance of transformer. It is already well known that no load current is denoted by I naught. It mainly consists two components. One is magnetizing current of no load current and loss component of no load current. So if we are estimating these two, then no load current becomes very easy. That is finally I naught equal to under square root of Im square plus IL square. It is also one of the important concept. No load current of a particular transformer or a machines should have 10 to 20% of its rated current. It directly impacts on the performance of machine. Hence, it also has its own value on efficiency or performance of machine. So first we have to go for derivation for no load current for single phase transformer. So before that, you consider these following important considerations. I naught be the no load current, Im be the magnetizing current, IL be the loss component of no load current, LC length of flux path through the core in meters, Ly be the length of flux path through the yoke in meters, ATY mmf per meter. Small at means mmf per meter. Why it represents mmf per meter of yoke. It is ampere turns per meter. Similarly, ATC mmf per meter in core. It is also ampere turns per meter. Capital AT is total mmf. Small at is mmf per meter. AT naught total magnetizing mmf in ampere turns. KPK peak factor, PI iron loss in watts, TP number of primary turns, PP primary side voltage. Now you draw a diagram. It is single phase core type transformer. It has two limbs or two core or limb, two limbs or two cores and two yokes. Ly be the length of flux path in yoke, Lc be the length of flux path in core. How many cores are having? Two cores. How many yokes are having? Two yokes. Total length of flux path in core, that is, it has two cores and length of flux path is Lc. So total length of flux path in core is given by 2 times of Lc. Similarly, total length of flux path in yoke, two yokes are there. In one yoke, length of flux path is Ly, 2 times of Ly. Then it is possible to estimate mmf of core. mmf of core is given by mmf per meter of core into total length of flux path in core. So ATC is the mmf per meter in core, total length of flux path in core 2 times of Lc, then equation 1 is obtained. Similarly, we can go for MMF in yoke. So MMF for yoke is equal to MMF per meter of yoke 80Y. Total length of flux path in yoke 2Ly. So it becomes equation number 2. So total magnetizing MMF 80 knot in general expression, total MMF equal to MMF of core, MMF of yoke, MMF of joints, general expression, equation 3. Then you substitute actual value from equation 1 and 2. So the maximum value of magnetizing current is given by 80 knot, total magnetizing MMF 80 knot divided by number of turns in primary winding, TP. Then RMS value of magnetizing current, IM, equal to 80 knot divided by root 2 times TP. Equation 4 is obtained. Equation 4 is obtained. If the magnetizing current is non-sinusoidal, this equation 4 represents RMS value of magnetizing current for sinusoidal quantity. Similarly, if the magnetizing current is non-sinusoidal, then root 2 is replaced by kpk. Root 2 is replaced by kpk. Then IM may be written as 80 knot divided by kpk times of TP. The values of ATC, and ATY are taken from BH curves. For a transformer steel, the manufacturer will provide this data. From that data, we have to take that. That means ATC is obtained with the help of flux density in the core. If we are knowing the flux density in the curve, then we have to go to the graph BH curve, then respective value of flux density in core, then respective value of ampere turns per meter is selected. Core flux density, core ampere turns. Then what is the value of flux density in yoke? Respective value of ampere turns is taken from BH curves. It is also referred as BAT curve for the respective transformer steel. The joint in the magnetic circuit may be taken as short air gaps in parallel with iron paths. So the loss component of no load current is estimated by IL equal to Pi by Vp, where Pi is iron loss in watts, Vp is primary voltage. Hence equation 5 gives no load current. Earlier we are knowing magnetizing current, then we can frame out the final equation for no load current, I naught equal to under square root of Im square plus IL square. Hence equation 6 represents no load current for single phase core type transformer. Similarly, we can also estimate no load current for 3-phase core type transformer. Only one difference. How many cores are there here? 3 cores. How many yokes are there? 2 Ly. And calculations are going to for phase. Then RMS value of magnetizing current for phase, it remains same. Only 80 knot is for phase. So Im equal to 80 knot value divided by root 2 times Tp. Equation 2 is obtained. If magnetizing current is non-sinusoidal, then again same story. Kpk should be used in the place of root 2. Write the value. Similar fashion, the values of ATC and ATY are obtained from BH curve. In examination they will provide the data. Either you have to plot the graph, then from the graph what is the flux density in core, you have to obtain MMF of core. what is the flux density in yoke, go for respective value where you get the ATY value. Hence we have to select these values from BH curve. This is manufacturer data. So PI, total iron loss, 3 phase. Now we are doing the calculation for 3 phase. This PI represents total iron loss for 3 phase. Hence loss component of no load current for phase equal to iron loss per phase PI by 3 divided by Vp, where Vp is primary side voltage. Equation 3 can be obtained. Only difference is for phase calculations here. Hence finally no load current per phase I naught equal to under square root of Im square plus IL square. Sir, you have to derive. It is for the second IA test. Later on, tomorrow we can go for the problems. It is very easy. Only next remaining is transformer cooling. Transformer cooling. It is very important derivation as per the examination point of view. Practice. It is very easy. Thank you, sir, to one and all.